this movie is really a complete echo of the template of the first movie, which I think is genius because it instantly brings you back. You've no choice but to be brought back to that same nostalgia because they're using the same themes, they're using the same type of images, they're playing with the same emotions and things as the first one. I remember the first thing about it that captivated me was sort of the scope of it. It was so big and it spanned so much, so many places and so many people and so many themes, but at the same time there was something really intimate about it and very familiar about it, I think. And then later on, when I was so obsessed with it over the years, and I thought back to why is it that this movie, above everything else, really captured me? And I think it's the same reason that the new one has captured me already with the trailers, is that it's about normal people and not losing hope. The fact that Leia is now a general and they're showing like strong women. She's not the sexy bikini-clad Jabba slave anymore. She's a general. She evokes power and authority and intelligence and kindness. And there's this one shot of her hugging Han. It's like a blip on the trailer. And in that shot, you can see the bottom half of his face and just the sort of intensity of it, and her face and the tears in her eyes as she's sort of welling up. And in that, it's a leader, it's a mother, it's a father who are not only worried about global crisis, but they're worried about their children. I think he was smart enough to go through time and pick sort of the things that have survived, what has survived about storytelling. And again, I know for me, my favorite part of the story was always the relationships, Han and Luke and Leia. At its heart, this is, I think, a new age of storytelling. It's using special effects, it's using the cinema, it's using marketing, it's using media. But I think at its heart, it's storytelling. And I think George Lucas, although he's been critiqued on his ability to direct or write dialogue, maybe not being the best, he is an amazing storyteller and he's a concept guy, and he came up with an amazing concept. And he's had a lot of people to help him realize that. But the thing of it is that it's based on old westerns, it's based on the sci-fi series of the 50s and some in the 60s. We have the classic themes, good versus evil, the mentor and the master. It hadn't really been done in that way before. And especially as time goes on and technology goes on, the ability to reach more of us. And I also think, again, just the themes, they don't change, and I think we have a lot of movies that try to copy that sort of feeling, and sometimes they succeed, but even like the Indiana Jones movies have a similar feel, not only because of Harrison Ford, but just, Steven Spielberg was another one of those directors like George Lucas who had that same kind of vision. They were working at the same time on the same kinds of things, and some of them are successful, and I think some of them aren't, and I think, again, it comes down to the actual storytelling and then / marketing.